So to start this video off, you guys, I did tell my client to come shampooed and blowed out. That's why her hair kind of looks blowed out already. And all I'm doing is taking my Kwanzaa collection wax stick and using that to mold her hair into the direction of the ponytail. So when you're molding hair, you just want to basically sleek it down into the direction that is going to go in when you do the ponytail. And I'm using the Kwanzaa collection wax stick on her natural hair, and it does work great at getting her hair pretty sleek, and you're gonna see that. And this is a great wax stick. Like, really shout out to Tia Joe. Like, I really am shook because everybody these days just getting a product and slapping their name on it, but this shit really worked. So shout out to her for real. Shout out to you, sis. I really love your product. And I'm just using my hot pink hot comb. These go up to 450. I do provide these hot combs, but I will discontinue these ones and try to get the ones that go up to 500 in the digital ones, because this is the one that has the dial on the side. But I have seen the crystal combs that go up to 500 and they do have the digital. And excuse me for having all my belly out, y'all. I'm going to do so much better with my wardrobe because we need to look professional in these videos. And I have on my professional all black. It's just a ratchet all black. And like I said, I'm just going to repeat the process of going over the hair with the wax stick, then going in with the hot comb to sleek her hair back. And she's close to being 4C. She isn't all the way 4C. I really don't know her full texture, but I know she definitely is close to being 4C because I felt like I was doing my own hair. And all I'm doing is going and separating her baby hairs because we're going to go do some cute baby hairs with this. And the only two products that I used to sleek her hair was the Got To Be spray and the wax stick. So first I mold the hair back with the wax stick. Then I go in with the Got To Be spray and use the spray to do the same process all over again. And I'm pretty sure you can do one behind the other, like going with the wax stick, hot comb, then spray, then blow dry. But I decided to separate everything because this is my first time doing this, y'all. And then make sure you have a boar bristle brush. This is very, very important. If you do not have these sleeking bristles to use on your style, it's not going to get sleek unless their hair is super straight already. And you guys, we were really concerned. Well, not really concerned, but we were kind of, because she sent me some pictures of her hair, and we did not think her hair would get in a ponytail. And this is the ponytail that I was sent to do a review on. And I did post this on Instagram and Facebook. And she was the one who actually won the giveaway that I was doing for the makeover. But the ponytail was not working. First of all, she sent me, my client sent me a different picture. So I'm thinking she's going to come with regular, natural brown, black hair. Her hair was colored. Her hair is textured, like fully thick textured, and the ponytail is synthetic, 28 inches thin and sleek. So it was looking a hot ass mess. So thank God that I was able to improvise and have some braiding hair on hand, y'all. I guarantee you now, this was a learning lesson for me, and I'm glad I did it, because I almost gave up in the middle of doing her hair. But thank God I didn't panic in front of the client, because when you get nervous, they sense your nervousness, and then they start looking at you crazy like, what the fuck. But I have some braiding hair on hand, and I just went ahead and did her a little sleek braid, because I figured that the Kankalon textured would match her better than what the Amazon vendor provided. And I did ended up giving them their little 5 stars anyway, because they were nice to send me the ponytail and wanted to work with me. But I don't recommend these type of ponytails for natural hair. This is more for somebody that is Caucasian with thinning hair, and that could be wrapped it around a lot, because her ponytail wasn't even gonna fit all the way in. And I'm just using some got to be gel to help do this braid. And I'm just going to braid it all the way down. I did use some black and blue hair. Why? Just because the blue pack of hair was open, and I didn't want to open too many packs of hair when that one was already open. And I just mixed it together. So her hair is basically going to be 3 tones. And when I tell you, this braid did not look cute hanging, but you're going to see what I did to make it look super cute. So the hair was, in my opinion, was a fail. But what made the look come together was the makeup. So now I'm gonna take some bobby pins and stick in there to help, cause when you cut your hair grows at different rates and paces. So some of the hair in the front was kind of not long enough to fit in the ponytail, so you can use bobby pins to push those down and make everything look sleeker. And then I'm just using this toothbrush that I got from the Dollar Tree in a pack of 3 or 4, and some got to be gel to sleek her baby hairs. But like I was saying, y'all, the makeup look really did save the whole entire look. Like at the end result was very beautiful. Like sis could have stepped out that night if she wanted to. Like I didn't leave her hanging, like, because I was panicking. Like, y'all, when I'm doing any type of style that's outside of a wig installment, I usually get really bad anxiety, and I take forever. But this was a great way for me to push myself, and everything ended up coming out great. And as you can see, the way I'm doing these baby hairs, like finger weave. So you have to use your fingers and just mold the hair around your finger and just brush it back, and you'll get it eventually. Everything takes practice, right? And on her sideburns, the baby hairs on the temples went back, and the sideburns went forward. And I'm just taking some black strips to hold everything down while I do her makeup. So right here, I'm just taking a mattifying primer and putting it in her T-zone area and blending it in and brushing her brows back, because her brows are pretty full and pretty. And I'm going to be using the Nicka K concealer in medium to do her highlight around her brows and around her face. And I'm using this brown eyebrow pencil by it's a Walmart brand. Hard Candy slim brow pencil. This is by Hard Candy makeup. And it was pretty easy for me to do her makeup. Like her brows were my favorite part. She had some beautiful eyebrows, so all I did was fill those in and go in with the concealer and shape the shape that's already there. I didn't give her no extra nothing because she already had full brows. So of course I use that same medium Nicka K concealer as a primer, a base, and this concealer like isn't the best to use for a base for eyeshadow. I don't know why I feel like it cracks a lot underneath. So I set it, and I'm just using the Ruby Kisses contour palette as her eyeshadow. Like y'all, I love the Ruby Kisses contour palette for eyes. Like it has the perfect amount of browns for you to get a natural look. And this look that we're going to do for the makeup is just super natural. I'm just taking like the medium brown shade and using that to give her eye like the shape. So I'm just basically using the contour shade to shape her, give her eye a shape so it wouldn't be so flat with the concealer. And now I'm just taking that darkest brown and creating a wing, and it's going to be a blended out wing, and all that's going to do is give her eye shape even more. And I'm just using these two shadows to give her eye a shape, if that make any sense. And I'm just going to use a Profusion eyeshadow brush, double-sided brush. These brushes are really good to pack that dark brown contour shade on and blend it out. And as you can see, it's really enhancing the shape of her eye, and it's coming out so beautiful. I'm using the same foundation by Fenty that I used in my last tutorial that I did on Queasy. I will have that video linked below. But this just goes to show how New Orleans girls, like, we really got Creole in us because we all have similar colors. Because even though these two girls are colored differently, like, the foundation still work for the both of them. And this is the Fenty foundation. I don't know the exact color, but this is like the first one of the first ones that she came out with, because I know she has many now. And this is the mattifying one. But this foundation is like really good. The only thing about it is it does oxidize. So that's why I kind of went in with a lighter concealer to brighten it up, because I felt like she was giving almost pumpkin. My sis was almost looking like a Oompa Loompa. And shout out to my girl in the background. You see her rocking that bushy deep wave lace frontal wig by Unique Beauty, of course. Instead of giving her a wet look, I just brushed the deep wave hair out, and now my sis is giving us Diana Ross and Tracy Ellis Ross. And of course, I just took that same medium concealer by Nicka K and put that in her T-zone. So that's under the eyes, her cupid's bow, chin, and down her nose. And I didn't put on any on her forehead, because when you get ready to blend it out, it's going to blend up to the forehead anyway. And all I'm doing is blending it out with a sponge that comes from Avon. And these Avon triangle sponges are so good, y'all. My grandmother bought me these when she used to get Avon a lot, and I still have a bunch of them, and these are so good. And as you can see, the concealer is already spreading to her forehead. When it comes to doing these natural looks, less is always more. And I'm just going to go ahead and continue to blend. After you get done using your concealers, you want to take your foundation brush with no added product and go around the edges and blend those out for a more flawless, seamless look. And you can also do this if you cream contour. And what I'm doing is taking the banana shade out of the Ruby Kisses contour palette, and I'm using that to set her concealed areas. And I'm not going to bake her like I did with Queasy, because as you can see, it does give a more, it brightens the concealer that's already there. the concealer is already light, and this just brightens it even more. So to prevent her from looking even more ashy under her eyes, I didn't bake her like I did in the last video. I learned that lesson. And I'm just gonna go in with two of the brown shades that are similar to her color and just use that to set the rest of her face. And when I tell y'all this contour palette is bomb, y'all, I gotta go buy another one because I'm gonna have two in my kit. One for the face and one for the eyes. Because I'm telling y'all, this is giving me Morphe 35O without the 35O matte. Like, and then I'm gonna take the dark shade and use that to contour her. And I did go a little bit overboard with the contour, but it still ended up blending nicely. But I wish I would have went a little lighter hand with the contour. But all in all, she still ended up looking so good, y'all. And you can see that she's so pretty, like pretty. And I'm just taking a hot pink blush out of a blush palette. That's why I'm saying, y'all, the complexion products make great eye products if you have to improvise. And I'm just going to bring that on her lower waterline, I guess. Yeah. And I'm going to blend the edges of that out. And I'm also going to go in and blend out her eyebrows because we cannot have the front of the brow looking too boxy. That is not cute. And as you can see, I'm using the same blush on her face as well. And y'all, this look is coming together. It is giving. It is giving. That's why I say this makeup look saved the entire look. Sometimes your hair can be tore up and your makeup on point and it looks good. And I'm just going in with the highlighter shade from the Becca highlighter palette in her crease. And I'm going to be using that same highlighter palette to highlight the high points of her face, of course. Of the makeup tools, brushes that I'm using are affordable, can be found on Amazon, Dollar Tree, try Walmart, the dollar store. Brushes can be found anywhere. I use Rouge Water to help set her face even more, to get rid of that powdery, dry look. We don't need her looking like a donut. And I'm using these 3D mink lashes on her. And y'all, this look came together. It's a nude liquid lipstick from Milani Cosmetics, which can be found at the drugstore. And I was going to leave this by itself, but I ended up not liking it. So I went in with a lip gloss from Dollar Tree that has a purple tint to it, and it just pulled the whole look together. And I'm going to take her braid and just make one of those buns, the granny buns that everybody, well, not everybody wear, but grandmas be having. And you can buy buns like this out the beauty store that's like already made. But the fact that I made mine from scratch, I'm so proud. And that's me putting on the lip gloss. And the look came together, y'all. She is so beautiful. And she could literally step out the before and after, though. Hair on fleek, makeup on fleek. Yes.